Glory to God. So, he went, and part of it, he went to the synagogue. Verse 10 tells us, and behold, there was a man who had a withered hand. And they asked him, these religious leaders, these Pharisees asked him, saying, is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath? See, you remember this discourse before, the first 8 verses we read a couple weeks ago. They were discoursing, they were trying to trap him about the Sabbath, about they were going through the field and they were eating grain on the Sabbath and things like that. And they were trying to trap him in that and say he allowed his disciples to do that, but it wasn't lawful on the Sabbath and all these kind of things. Well, they can't turn this thing loose. They can't let it go. And so they say, is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath? That they might accuse him. And I can imagine when they asked that question, Jesus looking at them like they were from an alien from another world, from outer space. What did I just tell you? And now you want to nitpick here. You want to go here. The Pharisees, listen, number one is this. The Pharisees were totally devoid of the understanding and the purpose of the Sabbath to start with. Again, bring it down to today's society. The society we live in right here in the United States of America. People are devoid of understanding the spiritual truths of the Word of God, and they get up on tangents. They're trying to trap this person in that, trying to trap this person in this. Listen, I am not a never-trumper, but I'm not an ever-trumper. Okay? If he does good, I'll applaud him for it. If he misses it, if he drops the ball, I'm going to call him for it. I'm going to call him out on it. I'm not in his corner one way or the other, good, bad, pretty, or ugly. I just believe in being fair and doing what's right. And listen, I'll be the first to say, he's being treated very unfairly by the press nowadays, and by the left especially. He's being treated very unfairly. A lot of things he didn't say. He said, I'm not justifying his lifestyle or his past lifestyle. I don't know where he stands with God now. I don't know any of that. All I'm saying is this: fair is fair. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And you got people who are trying to, this left-wing crowd especially, they'll try to make an argument and nitpick over everything. And when that doesn't work, they'll find the next thing to nitpick over. And that doesn't work, they'll find the next thing to nitpick over. And they keep getting nitpicky, not realizing the blatant hypocrisy that they're displaying. Some of them don't care. I heard someone say this week, and I hate that fact. I have to agree with him. I can't remember who the guy was that made a statement. It's a clip that comes on one of the radio stations sometimes I listen to. And he made a statement, in this brief, it was about a minute or 2 minute clip. But in this statement, he said, unfortunately, most of the people who are consumers of the news nowadays, he said about 80-some-odd% of them are ignorant of what's going on. A lot of them are ignorant because of the news sources they choose to listen to. And I will tell you right now, straight up again, I don't care who says it, or who hears it. I don't care who agrees with it, who don't agree with it. CNN, one of the worst news networks you can watch. Yet the story, all of y'all who I know, you've had to hear this week. If you've been on the planet, you ain't been under a rock or in a cave, you had to hear this week about all the commotion going on about the immigrants and the children being ripped from their parents. And one story went out the first part of the week that babies who were nursing were ripped from their mother's arms. That story, it was found out a day or two later, it was found out that was a made-up lie by CNN. It was made up. It was a lie. Nothing like that. Nothing even close to that even happened. A made-up lie. The pictures you see of these children in cages, oh, that's terrible. They're putting these little children in cages with nothing but blankets. You know when those pictures were made and when that happened? That was 2009 to 2014. Who was president? I don't think Trump was president then, was he? No. I believe there's a guy by the name of Barack Hussein Obama, who was president when these pictures were taken. Mighty funny, I didn't hear people calling him Hitler. I didn't hear anybody calling him. You know why? Because if they had, they'd have really had a mess on their hands. A lot of people are afraid to speak the truth because of fear of being called a bigot or called a racist. I'll tell you what, the truth is the truth, period. And you can call me what you want to. You can call me what you like, as long as you call me for supper. But anyway, it doesn't matter. You listen, if you're doing what's right and saying what's right and living what's right, you're going to be called names anyway. Get used to it. I've been called all kinds of things. I can't repeat some things I've been called, don't care to, and I don't care about it if they call me that. Don't make me know, never mind. As long as I know it's the truth that I'm saying, as long as I know it's the truth that I'm living, as long as I know it's the truth that I'm doing. Hallelujah.